welcome back to SA Sport. Barry, what about our next guest?
Yes,
just
brilliant.
Took Adelaide by storm. Fantastic, great win in the grand final. MJ, first congratulations, and also to Peter Caven as well. Of course, assistant coach of the Women's League. Would have been a dream come true.
Yeah, it really was.
50,000 people.
53.
53,
right.
over 50,000.
Yeah,
We got the right, over 50,000.
I think they were scoring with a 4.
Do you reckon they were?
Yeah, I think they were scoring with a 4. But it was a great crowd. It was just a great day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you're lucky to get a day. I think the original forecast wasn't all that pretty for that day, but you got a good day, and bang, they came, didn't they? They just that was quite unbelievable to see the amount of people there. Admittedly, it's okay. It's a freebie and it's a family day, but gee whiz, a crowd like that big for a game like that. And how well they played.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
It was unbelievable. Right. You could just during the game, you're playing the game, but then the more and more the build up, you can hear the noise, and then it was funny because they had the top tier empty when we were out there for warm up. They didn't unlock it yet.
First thing I saw.
And then as the quarters went on, I think by half time I had a look and I was like, this is full. There was that many people.
In between your warm up and coming back out on the ground, when you actually ran onto the ground, did it strike you then? Like, whoa, hang on a minute, where'd they all come from?
Yeah, I think there was the noise level of once that siren went and you could hear it.
Yeah.
But I remember actually it was funny in the fourth quarter, our runner came out to me and we were setting up for a defensive, we were obviously in our forward 50 and I was on top of the 50 and he just kind of hit me and he's like, have a look, this is unreal. And I stopped for a second and then they took the kick and I was like, all right, quick, then I go and find my defender.
But Peter, obviously it's not that easy, as you know. There's a lot of hard work goes into preparation. So take us back from word for go for the season 2019 would have started many months ago, and first game was pretty tight one. You got beaten by a point, I think it was, but
the Dogs.
By the Dogs.
Yeah, it was because the girls missed the finals the year before. Hadn't played that well in 2018. So pre-season, we got a new coach. Clarkie came on board and sort of introduced a lot more footy orientational stuff than Beck. And Beck was very good with the camaraderie and the culture of building that up. Did a great job winning the flag in the first year. But the second year, everyone sort of caught up with us. Fitness and skill sort of went to another level. We probably didn't go with them. But when Clarkie came on, he had a set game plan, very much around the boys sort of program. So, and the great access is that the girls get the same access to the physios, the same access to the elite, the way we train, conditioning group. So then they feel like they're learning all the time. So our job really was to make sure to get them fit, and Clarkie let them run that program, but they came back in good nick, and so we didn't have to do a lot of that. So we really concentrated on the basic skills, which was picking the ball up off the ground, marking the ball, tackling, and then we just a little bit of a different game plan. So we handballed a lot more than we had in the past. We hadn't really used that link-up handball, which created more space and opened the game up for us. And once the girls were brought into that sort of game plan, we really got going. First round, we kicked 111.
Oh, what about that?
And we lose by a point, which is...
you must be teaching me how to kick.
Well, on one of the kick-outs, our full-back kicked it straight to the full forward. Kicked it straight back over our heads, which was a bit disappointing, but
I do remember that one.
That's the way it went. So after that, the girls knew they were on the right path, and they sort of... it was steely determination for the rest of the year, and so went from there.
Your history with sport hasn't always been Aussie rules.
Great soccer player.
You've been poached by, well, we'll say poached, but you obviously wanted to go and do it, but just tell us a bit about your history.
I had obviously, my last real season with Adelaide United, I obviously captained the side, and then I tore my ACL and obviously came back the following year, and obviously there was a new coach, and Adelaide United kind of took over because before that we were run by the Football Federation of South Australia. And just a friend of mine just said to me, she's like, you should go play footy. Like the Crows are having a team. Like, what are you doing? Still playing soccer? You've had 3 ACLs. Like soccer, you're just never going to make that next level. And then, funnily enough, her husband works for Port Adelaide, and so I'm like, I don't know anyone in the football world
Yeah.
when it comes to Aussie rules.
Sure.
And so he actually got in contact with someone at the Crows.
Yeah.
I ended up going out for like a testing day, met Beck and obviously Hodgie at the time, that were obviously the coach and assistant coach.
Yeah.
They kind of watched me kick and they're like, have you never kicked a footy before? I'm like, no. They're like, well, you kick it all right for someone that's
That was all right, good.
never played the game. So it ended up just, I kind of just took the switch.
Can I ask who the Port Adelaide person was, because we're going to have him thrown out. We're going to have him shot.
Costa Mylonas.
Okay,
So,
Costa. No, Costa well.
Yeah.
Know him very
a little
well.
bit with Nord as well. So you
So I actually, my first ever AFL training was actually with the Crows.
Okay.
January 7th, I still remember it. I was so scared, so nervous, didn't know what was, what I was in for. And the girls and the club just welcomed me with open arms.
Yeah.
And then basically I had training for 2 weeks with the Crows, and then Beck had a conversation with me saying, we want you to go play Sandful.
Yep.
She knew Steve and said Norwood will be good for you, obviously where I lived as well. Travel time wasn't too bad, so she goes, I'd like you to go to Norwood and get some games into you. So.
And what did you think? What did you think of the game when when you first
I
crossed
loved
that
it.
white line? You thought, wow, this is
I loved
exciting.
it. I've always. I remember watching this guy win a flag when I was a kid, and
he's one up on you too.
Yeah,
by the
that's
way.
it. I know. That's right. We'll get him. Don't worry. Don't worry. He doesn't let me forget it either, does he? But
was it a hard tempo to change from soccer? Did you need to be fitter?
yeah, there's a lot more kilometres.
Yep.
Obviously, the ground's a lot bigger. So in terms of, I guess that elite sort of, I feel like, especially in the soccer world, unless you're in the Matildas, I feel like we get treated with where they're at in terms of the people that are around them, physios, strength and conditioning guys.
Yeah.
Whereas with Adelaide United and the Crows, I feel like the Crows are up on that Matildas international level.
Yeah.
And then
You get
even
the very
at
best.
Sandful, even when I was at Norwood, I felt like I got treated and
same.
looked after better than I
Yeah.
did at soccer.
That's weird, isn't it? Because they had a pretty good year, Adelaide
Yeah.
United girls this year.
Yep.
And you were captain there, but you quickly said that you didn't see yourself at the next level.
Yeah, I
Although
guess.
you were the captain, you've got to have a little bit of ability to be the captain. So
Yeah, I guess there was always opportunities when it came to either junior Matildas or a Matildas camp, and every time I was pretty close, I got injured.
You got injured,
And
okay.
it just it just wasn't meant to be. And especially now in South Australia, a lot of the games they play are on AstroTurf,
Yeah.
and for my knees and my body,
Not good.
like it's
Okay,
not the
yeah.
best. So
Yeah.
right now at footy,
Yeah.
I've never
Just
been in
perfect.
better condition.
Okay.
I've been looked after. Like you're saying, I had to work on fitness-wise, but I enjoy that. But I've had people in a way to support me and help me and put me on the right path.
yeah.
And Peter, you've really enjoyed with the the women's league. I mean, you've coached at the amateur level and you've gone over to the women's. Have you enjoyed that sort of transition, and has it been easy?
It's been different than coaching guys or boys as such. They're just
We're
a lot
better.
more appreciative than on your time. Well, boys strut around, they think they know everything. Girls, girls are more like, oh, right, oh, that's how it works. Then they see, you try to teach them something and that happens, and they go, oh, okay, maybe he knows what he's talking about a little bit. So in that way, and I'm used to, I've got 5 older sisters, 3 daughters, I'm used to girls. But they're really passionate about learning and becoming better. So I really enjoy
I
Oh,
reckon I danced with most of your sisters at your wedding too, actually.
Probably.
You hit the
I've got
dance floor
5
a few
of
times.
them.
I know. Thank you so much for coming, Peter. Absolutely brilliant.
What
MJ,
was that all about?
congratulations. Oh, no, this wedding had a fantastic time, didn't we? Had a great time. That was with his mum, and I danced with his sisters. It was a great night.
Wow.
MJ, back on the footy.
Good luck.
Congratulations. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
We're back after the break.